you guys caught me printing something. Hi, good morning, Tax Tuesday. It is K-Pal, Pastor Pal, Tay-Cal, the West Guru. Hello, good morning from Speedy Tax Services. I am so excited to be able to come to you today and to be talking to you about what is going on in the tax world, in the financial world, what's happening out there. There is so much going on. Last week, we talked about corporate deadlines, the S Corp and the partnership, and that you needed to actually put in for an extension if you weren't ready to file your taxes. So I did get a whole bunch of calls. We did file extensions. Good for you. I'm so glad. Good morning, Sharon. Oh, yes, my partner in crime. How are you doing? That's my life insurance partner. She's on my team. Heavy hitters. Anyway, so this is a wonderful day. I was hoping to have a guest today. Remember, I made that announcement we're going to have a guest. We didn't have a guest today, but I got plenty to talk about until they're ready to appear. So let's talk about, first of all, what's coming up. Hey, you need to get prepared for the deadline, April 18th. And you need to file your taxes on time to avoid late filing and penalties. So it's interesting that a lot of people want to file, they either file late, okay, that's penalties accruing. There's late filing penalty and late paying penalties. So you're going to develop interest and penalties if you don't file on time. So if you do an extension, you won't have a late filing penalty, but the extension does not exonerate you, listen, people, from paying if you think you owe money. So you need to get ready. Start getting your documents. You got about another month left, not even a month. Well, we got 3 weeks or so, almost a month left before it's time to file your taxes again this year for 2021. So start getting your paper ready. Start getting your paperwork ready. Make sure that you have your W-2s, 1099s. We'll talk about that. But if you have to, file an extension. And if you owe anything, go online and pay, because they're going to charge you interest for owing stuff if you think you owe. So people, you think filing an extension means you don't have to pay till October. That means filing your documents in October. Does not mean filing. You still supposed to file by April 18th. I know you didn't want to hear that. I tell people that all the time and they don't want to hear it, but it is true. So you need to figure it out. And if you think you're going to owe taxes, hey, it's okay. You're not going to die. Set up a payment plan. Figure it out. Now, it's interesting. People want to, you want to go exempt all year, set up a payment plan, and then you want me to do an offer and compromise so that you don't have to pay anything. Well, it don't work like that unless you are uncollectible. They can't collect from you, and you're not going to get any income. But if you think you're going to play the game where you're going to go exempt all year, and then you're going to set up a payment plan, which you better, and then after that, you want to ask the IRS. Now, they will consider penalties, but everything else they're not considering. But I have had some offer and compromises approved, but it's a lot of work and it's not easy. But I can definitely do that. So to avoid penalties, make your appointment. Make your appointment on my website, speedytaxesusa.com, so that you can get it done. Because I tell you, I told everybody your deadline ain't my deadline. So on April 18th, you will not find me. I will not be answering no phones, because you're not going to stress me out on April 18th because you didn't manage your stuff right. And then now you want me to do your tax. No. That fire is going to be done by you. But I really will, have empathy for you. But that's all. So what do you do if you have missing documents? Okay, you're trying to file and you still haven't gotten your W-2. So what IRS says, as they suggest, if you have documents that are missing and that's why you haven't filed yet, that you should contact your employer or whoever the payer is, and you need to ask them for a W-2. And if it's incorrect, you need to contact them to correct it. And if they can't get the forms, and you still got to file on time to avoid a filing fee. If you don't have the documents, still file. But then what you can do is there's a form called 4852, and you could use that to what you think it should be and what your distributions or whatever it should be. And then we'll have to manually send that in. But at least, have you filing on time. So if you didn't receive the corrected documents, you can estimate what your wage or payments is, and you can use a form 4852. Listen, people, 4852. And then once you get it all corrected, we can do an amendment on that. If your 1099-G for unemployment is wrong, then they said that taxpayers who receive an incorrect 1099-G for unemployment benefits should contact EDD and request a corrected one. So if you got documents that are corrected, you need to correct it. Also, it's important that your child tax credit and your impact in economic impact payments are correct. It's funny. IRS, what's wrong with you? They sent out the documents. They told people how to collect the information. Now they sent the same stuff out again. So that is crazy. Yeah. So if you have a missing 1099-G, contact EDD. You have a responsibility to collect all the documents, even if you haven't received them. You can't tell IRS, well, I didn't get them. IRS don't care. IRS still wants you to collect those documents. So let's talk about, for small businesses, now that we have that's going on, let's talk about estimated tax payments for 2022. So estimated tax payments for 2022, the date's coming up. I know it's like, man, what do you expect from me? But the first quarter, April 18th, is the estimated tax payment due. So that's what you received paying taxes on January, February, and March is due on April 18th. I encourage you to take advantage of this, because what I have heard, I do a lot of small businesses, and they hurt at the end of the year when they look up in April and they have to pay their taxes or whatever. They don't have it because it's 3, 4, 5,000, because you have to pay employment taxes. That means Medical, and Social Security as well. So it hits a small business hard when you got to take a big bite. Take small bites. Do estimated taxes. Call your tax person, or just figure it out and pay estimated taxes. Go online. I'm telling you, it won't hurt as bad. Well, you think, well, I got all these expenses, I got all this, whatever. But if you think about it, small businesses writing off everything, all it does is take the power away from it. And not reporting your income. Okay, this is what I want to warn you. Say you report 10,000 and you made 100,000, and IRS decides to do an audit because they see something's going on. Your bank got 50,000 in it. Guess what? Every IRS is going to also penalize you for not reporting the correct income. There's a penalty for that. So come on, everybody, small businesses, April 18th, estimated taxes are done. Do yourself a favor. Take the heartburn out of filing taxes and file estimated. Just give them a few $100s, whatever, in order to keep from having to deal with that at the end of the year. You will thank me. Because what is the word? What does he say? Pay me now or pay me later. But you gonna pay me? That's what IRS says. You gonna pay me? It don't matter what it is. So I thought I would also now have a section called frequently asked questions. So I looked on and I said, what are some of the frequently asked questions that our clients have been asking me over these last few months that I've been filing taxes? So this is the frequently asked questions. If you have a question you'd like to ask, you may do that as well. You could ask questions too, but this is going to be the frequently asked questions. And I just wanted to try to really help you. So what are some of the frequently asked? The big one is, how can I reduce my tax bill? Don't nobody want to take taxes. Well, the only way you can really reduce them is through deductions and credits. Some people have no deductions, meaning, they don't have it itemized, they don't have home, they don't have any kind of deductions, or some people just, don't qualify for credits. But those are the ways to do it. So if you think about it, some of the ways you can do it, though, is IRA. You can set up an individual retirement account if you are contributing to that. You also can have an HSA. So those are some of the things that I've seen real good people know how to do. Health Saving Act, or in the state, they call it a flexible spending, where you can say, hey, I'm going to have this much expenses, and they'll reduce your tax by that. So those are some of the things you can do. If you have dependents, you can qualify for the child tax credit. And if you also have a child and the child care, That's huge. Childcare up to the age of 12. Now you can't have no big old 15-year-old getting no child tax credit. They probably do need to be supervised, but IRS ain't gonna pay for it. So if they owe or they supposed to be responsible, you're gonna have to figure that one out. But up to like 12 years old, you can do dependent care, and they have like a 8,000, up to 8,000 can be actually credited back to you. So that's something that you want to look at. So what's another question about that? What kind of deductions do I qualify for? That's good, Selena, what you just put on there. The next question is, what kind of deductions do I qualify for? Well, almost everyone qualifies either for standard or itemized deductions that will reduce your taxable income. Usually what we do, no, always what we do is we give you whatever the largest deduction is, unless you're doing married filing separately. Then we don't have a choice. But if you're a single head of household or married, even if you have itemized deductions that are more, we're going to put them in because the itemized deductions are still the same for the state, but for the federal government, we're going to do standard or itemized, whatever is going to be the best. We're going to give you the best either way, but it's different. Now, self-employed and business owners, you have the opportunity to save on your tax bill because you have a lot of expenses that you can write off. But an employee, only thing you can write off as an employee. And what is that difference between a business owner and employee? Employee is a W-2, business owner or a self-employed is a 1099. So what happens is that the business owner or whatever, you can use employees, you can use business expenses. And employee, the business expenses can only be claimed on the California state taxes, but not on federal. Y'all had put Trump in there, and Trump was like, I don't care nothing about no employees. He cares about business owners. So that's the way he turned it to. So those are some of the deductions. You can deduct your student loan deduction. You can do that. Student loan interest can be deducted. And if you have a side hustle, as I was saying, you can do your self-employed and you can deduct a home office. Not if you're working at home. I get so many questions. I'm working at home. Can I deduct? I'm an employee. Can I deduct my home office expenses? The answer is no. So I know some state are looking at stipends to give to people. I really don't get it. See, I working at home, you don't have to drive to work. You don't have the gas. Yes, you have little more utilities, not much more, please. You don't have to deal with the office cooler stuff over there, people having affairs and talking about each other and can't get along with each other. Man, you got the best of two worlds. Now, some people don't have a life. They don't like working at home. But anyway, you can't deduct that just because you're working at home because of COVID. Okay, that's the answer, but that's what everybody keep asking me about, and they can't do it. The other one is, can I deduct medical expenses? Now, I have people bring me $300 worth of, say, you go to the doctor and you're on all kind of medicine and deductibles, but the formula is strange. They make it seem like you can really just deduct medical expenses, but only thing you can deduct is anything over 7.5% of your adjusted gross income. So you have an adjusted gross income and only thing over 7.5% of that. So that means that, like, say the first 3, 4, 5,000 is not deductible, but anything over 7.5%. So you got to be kind of sickly. I don't even think you want to be that sick, but you got to be real sickly in order to be able to deduct those expenses. It's not fun. It is not, but if you have a sickly person and you have a lot of stuff, then yes, surgeries, the dental. Now, dental stuff can be expensive. I know if you got implants, if you had to get some teeth or whatever, that's important. So I would look at that, the dental stuff, in order to do that, because dental, $23,000. But if you got a bill for $23,000, but you only paid $3,000, you only can write off what you paid in that year, not because you have a $23,000 bill. Did that make sense? Okay, I know. Ooh, I know. This is getting boring. I'm moving on towards that. Let's see what else that we're getting to. I wanted to talk again about the California Dream Fund. The reason why is that people don't really listen. We were supposed to have a guest on our show today, but they weren't able to be there or whatever. We haven't been able to connect. So, what is the California Dream Fund? That's for startups. And it's a one time, listen to this, people, 35 million, not no chump change, baby, some real change grant program to seed entrepreneurship and small business creation in the state of California. Woo woo! This is for you. This is for California people. Listen, new entrepreneurs, you want to do a business, you've been calling me, I got a business, I want to do a new business. You'll be eligible. You can apply for this micro grant of up to $10,000. Following the completion, you got to do a completion of an intensive training program because they want to make sure you succeed. People ain't got no money to go throw away, and you don't know how to do a budget. You don't know how to track your expenses. You don't know how to do marketing. You don't know how to tell people about your business. They're going to help you get your business started, get a great foundation so that you can reach the California dream. Woo woo! This is such a big deal, y'all. And so we're gonna find out. Hopefully, Selena, do you know when the starting date is for them to apply for this California Dream Grant? That's my partner. When's the date?
I'm still waiting for information.
Oh, okay. All right.
Let me get back to you.
Okay, so Black Small Business Association of California said they're going to get back to us. But, that's encouragement and hope. There's help coming. So I be looking at grants all the time. The grants nowadays, the federal grants kind of fell off, like the EIDL and all that. But they have grants by the states. So you got to have your ear kept to the state level of California, what grants are going on. People send me this all the time. Well, it's Virginia, it's Kentucky, it's Texas, but California. So here's a startup that's coming from California. And then I think that's all the news that I have. I don't see nobody have no questions or anything like that. Again, reminder, get ready, get your taxes prepared, do estimated taxing. Planning is so important. Think about what you're going to do. Plan your taxes. I'm getting so much from that. There is so, hey, we have awesome services. Bookkeeping, stop doing it if you don't know how to do it. Let us do it. Let the expert do it. We provide bookkeeping, payroll, and excellent tax services. And I'm so excited to see you today. And guess what? I'm about to shout it out. TikTok, I'm about to go. But I thank you for joining me. Pass this around. Let everybody know. Refer us so we can be a successful Black small business just like everybody else. Come on, reach one, teach one. I try to teach you and share information. So yes, I shout out to Speedy Tax Services. Yes, Lawana. Yes, Crystal. Yes, Marvin. And yes, me. So hey, thank you, Black Small Business Association, for accommodating me today. I love you, Selena, and I bless you, and I bless all of you out there. God bless you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.